Welcome back to the show. My next guest has been busy over her writing career as she's just published her 24th book. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by Brenda Chapman, author, crime fiction author. And I asked you this in the green room. First, welcome, Brenda. Great to have you back here.
Great to be here.
Have you always written crime fiction? What was the attraction to that particular genre?
Well, I love reading crime fiction.
Okay.
I have an English degree from Lakehead University, but I would rush through my assignments so I'd have time to read a crime fiction novel.
Nice.
And I actually, the first adult standalone mystery that I wrote, I thought it would not be a mystery, not crime fiction. And by the second chapter, I had a dead body and I just Wi-Fi'd
And here
it.
you are, 24 books later. What was your inspiration to start writing in the first place?
I always liked to write, and
Okay.
I wrote poetry through high school, and I took creative writing at Lakehead, but I never thought it would be a career. I'd never met an author. I didn't think that, there was a livelihood in that, so I went into teaching.
Okay.
And came to Ottawa, and I was sort of in between careers. I had stopped teaching to raise my two daughters at home, and that's when I started writing.
Nice. Well, as I said, your 24th book, and it's called When Last Seen. Tell me about, this is the second book in a series, right?
Yes, Blind Date is the first in the series, and at the end of Blind Date, I have a missing university student. She's an exchange student from China. She disappears after a party. So that sort of ends Blind Date, and I pick it up in When Last Seen. It's 9 months later, very hot July, summer in Ottawa. And a little boy goes missing, a 3-year-old boy from his backyard at Rocky Point in the west end of Ottawa. So my true crime podcaster, Ella Tate, who's now doing some freelance for the newspaper that let her go in Blind Date, is kind of tracking down the university student, which is sort of becoming a cold case.
Okay.
And Detective Liam Hunter is assigned to find the 3-year-old boy.
Yeah, let's talk about the characters, because in this series, you have, common characters, right, that happen. So tell me about the characters.
Ella Tate is, Blind Date really about Ella Tate. It's about her story, and someone is out to get her, seeking revenge, and she's sort of the focus of that. She's a bit of a loner. She's very intelligent. Moves into an apartment in the Glebe because she has to downsize because she lost her job, and it's actually the same apartment I lived in the Glebe.
Really?
I based it on that.
Okay, I love it.
Percy and 3rd Avenue. Now, Detective Liam Hunter kind of shows up in Blind Date, but he's not the focus, and he becomes more the focus in When Last Seen. We learn more about his background and his family. And
how would you describe him, like his personality?
Yeah, he's very sensitive, but kind of stays aloof.
Okay.
He hates office politics, does not want to climb the ladder, but he's very sympathetic and kind of dogged, as is Ella Tate, to find out the truth.
This book is available in paperback, ebook, and also an audiobook, which is a really cool connection to the Rogers family, because Heather Williams, right, host of Shea 106, did the narration.
Yeah, she's done the narration for both. Yeah, she's a great voice actress, does different voices. Liam Hunter is Irish, and she's got this accent.
Really?
I
didn't know Heather did that much voice work.
In my mind, he wasn't as Irish as Heather made him, so now I've made him more Irish in When Last Seen.
You have some exciting news about your Stone Child and Rouleau series. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's a series of 7 books. Dundurn is the publisher, and they're reissuing all 7 books with new covers and a little light edit. And they're also making the last 5 into audiobooks. So those will be out, I believe, May 23rd.
Brenda, what does that mean to an author when you have a publisher that reissues? I mean, it must be such a great boost to the confidence.
Well, I think it is, because it means that they're doing well enough that they want to send them out there again, refreshed.
Speaking of doing well enough, your first 2 audiobooks, they've had some great accolades, just from libraries around the world, right?
Cold Morning and Butterfly Kills were made into audiobooks by Dundurn, several years ago. And last year I was sitting at home and I got this Google alert from Cold Morning that it was the second most taken out book in the library system in Great Britain.
Okay.
And Butterfly Kills was number 8. So they made the top 10. And then I started getting other alerts. Number 1 in Australia, number 1 in New Zealand. And then I'd get them from different cities in the US and Canada that they were in the top 10. I beat Michelle Obama and
congratulations. Holy jumping, look at this. I'm in the midst of a big star here. Yeah, I mean, you've worked incredibly hard. It's not easy putting a book together. It's not easy getting published. What about some of those challenges? Obviously gotten easier because you've become a prolific writer now.
Mm-hmm. It is tough. It's a really tough industry. I think any arts industry.
Agreed.
We were talking about that in the green room.
Yeah.
How in music and writing books and whatever, it's a tough slog. We're not well remunerated, but it's fun and we love it. So.
Your big book launch coming up. Tell me about the book launch.
Yeah, it will be at Irene's Pub, August 30th.
What a great spot.
I know.
I love that place. Yeah.
And I've got a band.
What?
The Hoagian Brothers Band is coming to play. This will be the 3rd launch they play at. Bernie's a friend of mine, and the band comes out. He's actually living in Collingwood, so he comes back to Ottawa for these launches. It's from 2 to 5. Everyone's welcome. And
you've got a couple more, right? Books on Beechwood, which is, I think, probably Ottawa's favorite bookstore, right? I mean, just an amazing spot for local authors.
It's a lovely shop. I'll be there. I'm not sure the dates.
I've got it. Saturday, May 6th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and then you're at the Coles, Carlingwood. You've got another signing on Friday, May 12th at Carlingwood Mall. Before I let you go, are you working on something else right now?
I am. I should also add Perfect Books will be at the book launch.
Okay,
so another
Perfect Books will be there. Yeah, another excellent bookstore.
Yes, I'm working on the 3rd in the series.
Okay. Do we have a timing on that when we can expect
I'm hoping to have it out next spring. So trying to get one a year.
People can find all of your books anywhere books are sold,
Pretty
right,
much,
Brenda?
yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, as I said. I mean, such exciting news that you've got the relaunch of your other series, and of course, obviously, people are loving what you're doing now too. Thank you so much for being here. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
Derek.
it. We'll be back with more Daytime Ottawa right after this. Don't go anywhere.